have lost count how many places and spaces this keynote poet has been in.
That is
Do you
wonderful.
hear me? Talk about that, Shauna.
Okay.
Because you did not mention that to the people.
did. I need to know about
Hello,
this.
keynote poet in the studio, you guys.
Oh.
Yes,
okay.
I am excited because I've been a part of, maybe 12, at least 12, that's minimum.
Yeah.
At least 12 opportunities since I've been a part of the Global Sisters Speak Network.
Nice.
Because it's truly a network. And I'm going to say it this way, it's also raises your net worth.
That's right.
And we know net worth is not just like Sabrina was saying about even with the hurricane that's happening. It's not, and I think DJ Mekka Rose mentioned as well, how can you give when, if you don't have monetary donation? Well, detox your closet. Your pantry. Yep. You know, some of us have been asking, okay, I want a new dress, I want a new, but you know, we're always buying stuff, right?
Yes.
Well, this is an opportunity for us to declutter and detox, to make room for some new stuff. And what they say, one man's
trash.
I
next
didn't
man's
want to put it that
treasure.
way, but
I know. I hate to say it.
But we know what you mean, the sentiment
yes,
within it.
it's somebody else's treasure, and this is an opportunity for us to just go into our closet, pray and ask, what is it? What is mine to do?
Exactly.
How can I show up and show support for not someone else who is in a position that I hope I will never be in. And that's it. But as far as a keynote poet, I love to, poetry is life for me. I help to inspire women and young mothers because I was a young mother 4x24 myself, with all my kids under the age of 6. So I understand that young women sometimes feel like they don't have an outlet. And I want to remind young mothers through my own life to live their legacy. Don't just leave a legacy, but live their legacy. And remember, we are here to thrive, not just survive. And we do that through the global connection, through sisterhood.
I really appreciate just this wealth of like information and good energy. We're gonna have to have a part 2.
Can I ask? I want to ask you.
For sure.
So, I love poetry. I DJed for like a poetry thing in Miami for years, and I write a little bit myself. But I want to know if you have a poem that you can do. I'll put you on the spot right now. That's kind of like a unity sister or whatever kind of thing.
Okay, Mekka.
Do you have a poem like available? Like, I would love to hear it.
Yes.
If you don't mind. I know I'm putting you guys on the spot. We're not here for that. But as a lover of poetry, I would like to hear something from you.
All right.
If you don't mind.
Sure.
Let me bring this down.
How can a woman expect her children to walk, talk, and be strong when she walks with her head bowed down? You see, I heard a saying once that a woman ought to know her place and be silent. Let a man lead the way. Say what? Following behind a man ain't nothing but a trap. A woman came into this world through another woman. If that's not as clear as shit, let me ask you this. Where's a man when the babies are crying? Who reaches out to hold you when you feel like dying? A man does have his place, and so does a woman. But don't tell me to step back and walk in a man's shadow. I am a queen or goddess indeed. I came here to add, subtract, multiply, quantum leap. Some may say, ooh, she sounds angry. No, it's passion for truth. True that the goddess in me will revolutionize many. A woman gives life. She's a curator of souls. She satisfies her own, denying herself to be whole. I'm here to tell you, goddesses, it doesn't have to be that way. Give and receive freely. Save your own soul. It's your pathway to home. Open doors for many. Woman, center yourself. Self-love is your cure. Give up shadow talk and shadow walk. Illuminate with inner light galore, because a woman who knows her worth is like a golden nugget that never loses its luster. A woman who's guided from within is like a lighthouse you can trust to show you the way to honor the goddess within. A woman who needs no outer approval to feel joy is like a rose that blooms every hour on the hour. A woman who shares her love is like the universe say, I know, and I accept that we are one, global sisters.
All right.
Okay. That's what you get a challenge.
Yes. I loved. Oh, you gave me life. Yes. Oh God, thank you so. Thank you so much for that. That was amazing, and I
you made her day. You made my
day.
Okay.
You made my day. You did. Thank you so much.
We appreciate you. Beautiful. Thank you.
Don't worry. So, do you have your information? You have an event coming up.
I do.
Yeah, share. Come on.
Yes, I have. Let me get the right words here.
You see how I'm pointing? What did we talk about this morning?
I love it. Oh man, y'all, I love poetry. So you made my day. You made my day.
So I have a live vision reactivation party coming up, and
Okay.
it's for women to finish up strong and decide what's on their bucket list. It's all about not going within and deciding what they want, how they want to show up in life, and deciding also, what area of my life have I been settling in, and that I want to just say, you know what, I need to press restart. And we're doing that. It's $45, but what I'm going to say about that is if you buy one ticket, you get to bring somebody else, because we should always bring someone with us.
That's
And
nice.
thank you, Sabrina, for always bringing me along.
Oh, paying it
that.
forward, okay?
Yes.
A woman's woman in real life. That is
love
so
that.
important in these times. Yes.
It really is. So can I ask you guys a little? I would like to know a little bit more about Global Sisters. Like,
Yes.
Do you only do like charity work, or what else do you
no.
guys do?
No, well, here's the thing. Because we just started, we are putting things together. We just so happen to have the charity present itself this early, unfortunately.
Right, due to the
and so
circumstance.
we jumped in. Sean is in the education system. So I told Sean, and I have other teachers that I know, we would like to go into the schools. School is coming back. And Global Sisters will be in somebody's classroom.
That is awesome.
We want to speak life and positiveness and positive image and positive, as I say, with the young girls more so. But I do want to speak to boys and girls, because it goes both ways.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I need to, because I did this at my daughter's school when she was in high school. I would go quarterly, and my daughter said this to me, because it's how you talk to them. She says, Mommy, they love you. They just love how you vibe with them. See, I didn't come at them. I met them where they were. You have to know how to speak to them. You have to even still know their language.
Yes.
And I remember talking about social media, and I said the things that you post, remember, it will come back to haunt you later on in life. So be careful. Well, that's kind of scared the heck out of them. What do you mean? I says, well, you're going to graduate high school. You're going to be ready to prepare to go on to college. After that, you're going to be ready for the world as you know it.
Right.
And there is something called job and resumes and past activities you've done.
Right.
And they may not look at your resume. They may go straight to Facebook,
And
because
Google
Facebook
and-
has just documented the way you've carried yourself.
Right.
Oh boy, I scared them straight. Okay. So, and then I noticed something is happening in the school system, which I like. Because see, y'all know we grew up in the islands. We didn't go to school looking like this.
Right.
We had uniforms. That meant we were focused on school, not what somebody had on their feet. The $700 sneakers and $700 cell phones, right? We didn't have that. We were focused. But I heard in the school system, they're going to lock up the phones.
Yeah.
I'm in the film. They do that with Marvel films. They take our phones away, and the pouch that you all see, that's what my phones go in.
Wow.
Because they're afraid, not me, somebody irresponsible
Is
is
gonna-
going to start to film something that they don't want out in 2028 or something. So that's the same tool I heard they're going to use when school come back in. Let's see the
These
resistance
kids are
that
not
gets.
going to like that. They're
Well,
going to be
I
upset.
took away my daughter's cell phone when her aunt gave her a phone, and I said no phone until she graduated. The grades
Graduated
went-
what? High school? Or?
Yes, this was way back when. She's 29 now. She was
didn't have a cell phone in high school?
No, ma'am.
Oh,
And I'll tell you my resolution for the family
Okay.
who's listening to me. When I realized she had it, the grades went all the way down. So I called her aunt. I said, I told you I didn't want her having no cell phone. Well, Mommy, I'm in volleyball. How are you gonna know when I get home? I said, somebody got a phone. You got a teacher. I'll call them. And I said, I know when they take you, they're bringing you back. We'll be there to pick you up.
Okay.
I said, if something happens in school, the school know to call me. Let's just say she got through it. When she graduated, her present was a cell phone and
Okay.
a business. That's what I gave my daughter when she
Nice.
graduated. And I said, Money, are you alive? She goes, yeah. I said, well, I didn't think it was a necessity because it wasn't food or water or shelter.
Right.
But that's me.
Listen, the reality check. I'm not yet a mom. I'm, the cool auntie right now,
Yes.
but it's different.
lot.
Like, I'm an 80s baby, so like we didn't have cell phones, but then they came about, and I went to a Catholic high school actually
She
in
did
Boston.
too. My daughter
So
did.
like worrying about outfits.
Right. She
That
wore
wasn't an issue for
uniforms.
me at all.
Yeah, it was
Like,
just the
it was
phone
the
thing.
focus on the education, actually.
Well, we see a lot of distraction. I mean, we have some outstanding kids that are coming to
Absolutely.
our school system.
Absolutely.
But we also have the majority that are going to be challenged. Distraction that are happening with their peers, distraction with being on a cell phone, distraction with social media. When you ask certain questions in terms of math, the cell phone is the one that gives the answer, not critical thinking.
Right.
So you have all these distractions. You've got a lot of, as I call a lot of home that are sort of dysfunctional, not sort of, they are dysfunctional.
Right.
So our kids are dealing with a lot of what I call big people problems that they don't
At a
need.
young age.
And you adding phone to that. What's going to happen? What is the ratio going to be, the graduation ratio, when it's time? Is it going to get slimmer by the minute? So we have a task at hand.
A big one.
But we are the adults, and we have to set the example, not them. Now, you got some kids who ain't going to listen. That's going to come. But I feel the school administrators and all the people who said your kid can be sent to this school for an education, well, it requires the respect of focusing in the classroom, not disrespecting it and not being distracted with all these other things that they got going on.
Agreed.
So, and
Agreed.
I stood with that when I was speaking to those kids back then. I said, these kids don't need this extra stuff. But now
Exactly.
look at the cell phone situation. And like, who's paying for it? So I feel you're enabling this because they don't have a job. So
Right.
you're paying for it. So so you can't pay for it no more and tell them, I can't pay for it no more. What happens?
And that's real easy to run
That's
by
very
the
easy.
children now with this
Right.
economy.
Right.
Mommy, daddy, we can't
Yes.
afford that.
So you're enabling your kid, and I'm sorry, they can get by just fine. And we'll see who you're in my roof. You take this back old school. Y'all remember that? You're
Yes.
under my roof.
Yes.
Do anybody still say that? Do any parent out there still use those words? Says you're under my roof. I'm gonna take the hinges off this door like I did my daughter with school with that.
Yeah.
Okay?
I've
Do
heard
people
that a
still-
time or two.
I
I've
had to
heard
do
it.
it before.
I've
I had to do
heard
it
it.
Maybe one or two. Because we need them.
I've heard it.
We need them.
Yeah, because it's a different time. Because
It's a
these kids are
different time.
they're too overexposed, and it's because of the cell phones. Because when I was a kid, when I was 14, I had my first job. I had a pager.
Yes, ma'am.
And then I had the cell phone, but the cell phone
Yep.
you call and you text.
Yeah.
Right.
And
That's
you
it.
couldn't really call like that until it was after 9.
yes.
And those minutes was free. So it was just for that. It was for communication.
Yes.
But now they can do so much on these phones, and they're so
Yeah.
overexposed. That regulation is needed.
Yeah.
So I agree with you with that, because I got my daughter a cell phone very early because I'm a single mother, and I needed to know where she was.
Yeah.
When I couldn't always be there. So, but the things that kids see when they have access to the internet through their phone, it's hard to control when they're not with you.
Yeah.
So it's just a different time where kids are just overly exposed. So
Yes.
that regulation is very, very necessary. I hope more parents who are listening take heed to that and listen to what you said, because it's true. It's very necessary. It's
And I think we'll touch on that when we go into the school systems, when we go to women's shelter. These are some of the things we have coming up. And to also but answer to complete answering your question about how to become a part. I have her number. I'll get your number, and so we're gonna pull you into what we're doing. We have you all are young global sisters. We have some of the young global sisters in here, and so we are gonna pull you in, and that way you can see what we're doing. We have some brunch coming up, some get-togethers. And like I said, share business. If you don't have a business, we'll show you how to get started, how to get that paperwork going, how to get grants. So we have everything pretty much that you think you may want to do. If you not even think of it, have a thought, I'll tell you this. When you get into the midst of these women, you're going to have something when you get off that Zoom call. You'll have whatever you think you may have. We're going to bring it to life, right? Because we know it starts with a thought, right? It starts with an idea. It starts with, putting it in place. And then we're going to have to implement and then execute it, of course, and bring it to life. So we would love to have you.
I would love that. Because
Bring
look at
some other
God. Because
global-
you know what? I'm going to tell you why this is. I say look at God. Because I'm at a point with my business where I'm stuck.
Okay.
And I need that. I'm interested in joining Global Sisters because I love to do charity work.
Yes.
But I didn't know you guys did that too.
Oh,
and I
yes.
need that help. So
Absolutely.
I'm gonna be
So,
we gonna
Zoom on Thursday. We
What
in
time is
that.
that?
We in that.
6:30. I'll be there Thursday.
Okay. We are
You will get
there.
the link.
Yes.
And we're going to add you to the group. We have a Facebook group.
Yes.
And we're coming up on 1,000 folks in that group. So we're going to add you to
there.
the group.
Add me.
And you'll see when you come off, every time we do that Zoom, we get new sisters on there.
Love it.
And folks are saying, oh my God, thank you for this, thank you for that. And they're just connecting the dots, right? Yeah. We've got people coming in from London, Canada, Guyana, some of the islands, Jamaica. And they come in and they're just hungry, waiting for this first and third Thursday to get information. So, and you all will be on the stage talking about something soon. I guarantee you that.
I love it. I love it
too.
I really
I'm very
do.
interested in this.
I
would like to help with the charity work as well.
Yes,
but
good.
Yeah, all of that. I want all of it.
Right.
Okay. I would like to add to that as well. But not only is it about information, but we hold you accountable to get what you say you came
That's
there
right.
for.
I love it.
love
Yeah.
that. Yes.
They're
y'all
right.
right.
Because here's the
Mekka.
thing. This is where the accountability really, really comes in. You have an idea. You've got it written down, if you will. And as they say, life happens.
Yep.
See, when life happens, a lot of things it just sits still. Like you said, it's stuck. And so we want to remind you, you said you're going to do this. We ready? Are we ready? You may not be, but we will always remind you. As I said, I don't want it to collect dust up on a shelf somewhere, because you have to remember, there's always someone waiting for what you have. Always remember that. Look at the internet right now, y'all. If you turn on the Instagram and all these things, there's something going on, and you may say, Lord, look at this here. They have a following.
Yep.
It's not about you. They have a following, whatever that something is, and so do you. And the thing about